Hello, Kipsters. In this video, we are going to be continuing our work with Chrome Music Lab. In the previous video, we basically I just kind of introduced you to it, showed you a little bit about exactly what it is. In this video, we are going to create a couple of playable scales and also do kind of notate the warm-ups that we sing every day or that you should have already done for today. Please, if you haven't done the warm-up video, go ahead and just watch that video so that we can make sure that our voice is warmed up. We will have a small singing activity during this video. Okay, so again, we are on lesson 2, Chrome Music Lab. Remember, lesson 1 was basically just learning the warm-ups, getting used to the warm-ups again, and making sure that our new to Kipsters or people who haven't had music are very aware of how to vocally warm up for my class. All right, so as we did last time, what we're going to do, hopefully you have the Nearpod open and you're following along, and YouTube as well. This is going to be on YouTube. I need you to click open a new tab, and you can do that while the video is still playing. All right, and in your new tab, type in Chrome, Chrome, music, music, space lab. I'm going to type enter. Hopefully, again, it is the first thing that pops up eventually. You guys will be able to always find this as the first thing, if not already. Go ahead and click on it. And you remember in the last video, I showed you just a couple of the other fun ones. Again, you have all the time in the world to just play with this fun tool, make some cool sounds, and just get creative with it. But for the meantime, we are going to focus on SongMaker. So go ahead and click SongMaker. Awesome. Okay. So just a quick breakdown of SongMaker just again for you guys. All right, we have 16 bars here. You can see that these bars are kind of isolated in between these darker blue lines. We have the lighter blue lines, and then we have the darker blue lines to indicate an actual full beat. Okay. And for our sake now, just kind of want to introduce you to how to break up beats in measures. So this is something that we'll kind of dive into a little more as the time goes, but I just want to introduce you to this thought concept before we dive into it more. So in music, most music, not all music, but most music is in 4/4 time signature, and that just simply means there are 4 beats in one measure of music. Okay. I'll say that again just because, again, this is a new concept that we're going to try to dive into a little more as we get more into technology and making music. But it means there are 4 beats. If we're in the time signature of 4/4, it means there are 4 beats in one measure. Now, a measure of music is basically just 4 beats of, a certain melody. So let's say I put 4 beats in here. I'll put 1 at the beginning of each each beat. And so I have a red, an orange, a yellow, and a green all on the first beat of these specific bars. And then this whole 4 beats makes one measure. So here's one measure of music. All right, I'll do it again. There's 4 beats, 1 measure of music. Now I'm going to do 2 measures of music. You can see I have it in 4 different boxes. So this should be 2 different measures. Awesome. I want you guys to go ahead and try this on your own. You can always pause the video and then try it on your own. So right now, go ahead and try to make 2 measures of music. I'll give you a couple seconds while I give you the pause. After you've made 2 measures of music, I'm going to go ahead and make 3. You can go ahead and make 3 along with me. And then I'm going to make the final 4. All right, so 4, and make sure that they're always at the first square on the left. So you can see there's 2 squares in each dark square segment. Try to make sure that your beat I just want one beat per measure, which is 4 bars. It's a little confusing. Make sure the first beat is the one that's highlighted, not the second one here. All right, we'll play with that here in a second. Okay, so if you guys haven't already, pause the video and make sure that there's one beat in each bar for the full measure. Should look something like this. You should have a total of 16 colors, and it should sound, or mine sounds like this. I'm gonna go ahead and play mine for you. And then it'll just go over and over again. Okay, so that is basically how you input and how we're going to track our measures and our beats for Songmaker. All right. Anytime that you want to basically just get a new, completely fresh page, you press the restart button up here on the top right, and your page should be completely clean. Okay. We're going to come back to Songmaker here in a second. Just wanted to give you a quick introduction to play with it, and then we're going to move on. All right. So on to our next slide. Remember, we did Solfege, and if you haven't done the warm-up video yet, this is what we did at the end of the warm-up video. We kind of reviewed Solfege, all right, and slowly learned it. As you can see at the top, I kind of put the sounded out version of it. So Soul, S-O-U-L, S-O-U-L, and then .fege, like a J at the end. Solfege is how you say it, all right? Everyone say Solfege. Solfege is syllables used to identify the sound and place of a given note. Okay, so syllables just basically the different ways we say it. Each note has its own sound, but we can voice that sound with tangible words or syllables. And each syllable, at least on Google Chrome Music Lab, will have its own color. And I'll go about that once we get back to Song Lab. But I wanted to sing just a little bit on Solfege. It'll sound like this, just for those of you who know it and who don't know it yet, or who haven't been too comfortable. It's going to sound like this when we sing it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And you can see at the bottom there that it is written out for you how to sing those notes. All right. I'm going to do it one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay. If you haven't already, we'll do it one final time, and I want you to sing along with me if you haven't already. All right, we may be using our voice in Chrome Music Lab, but for now, sing this part with me. 1, 2, ready. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, awesome. We're going to move on to the next slide. Now, this is the quiz portion of Nearpod. All right. So I'm going to just read this question for you, or this quiz. Choose the correct order is the top here. Question 1 of 1. All right. Our first one, we have do, re, fa, mi, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, this one's interesting. They both end on do, which we do know that Solfege always ends on do. It has la, ti, do, so this one's kind of right. All right. The beginning here, we have do, re, fa. That doesn't sound too right. So we're going to move on to the next one. All right, this one has do, re, mi, la, ti, do, fa, sol. Well, it does have do, re, mi, which we know is the wrong thing here, but it doesn't end on do, so we're going to skip that one as well. Let's go with C. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That one went pretty smoothly. I think that is the right one. I'm going to check the last one just in case. Do, mi. Well, since we know, re is the second one here, and we know that's how it goes. We don't think it's D, so I think we're going to go with C here. All right, submit your answers if you're following along on Nearpod. Thank you for that participation. I appreciate that. 100% correct so far. Hopefully that number stays green when you guys take it. All right, and now we're gonna go back to Chrome Music Lab. I'm gonna skip one more just in case. This poll is for those of you who, where I'm just asking basically, do you understand what Solfege is? If you do, you click yes. If you don't, no. And if you kind of get it, go ahead and do almost, just so Mr. Isaac is fully aware of where you guys are with that. Okay, I'm going to skip this for now. Skip this, sorry, for now as well. All right, in Chrome Music Lab, we're going to use 3 different instruments to make a solfege scale from do to do. So we're going to basically write what we just sung into SongMaker, all right? And when I say 3 different instruments, I mean you can click this down here and change which instrument is being heard, okay? We have 5 different choices: marimba, piano, strings, woodwind, and synthesizer instrument, which is basically just electronic sounds, all right? So how we're going to do this. When we do solfege, it sounds like this one more time. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. All right. That whole solfege we're going to make in 2 measures. All right. So this is a little multiplication for you. 2 measures. Now, earlier in the video, I said that 4 beats equals 1 measure. All right. So if we want to figure out how many beats are in 2 measures, what are we going to multiply here? All right. 4 beats equals 1 measure. So if we want to figure 2 measures, we have to multiply 2 times 4 beats, 2 times 4, or 4 plus 4, 2 fours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So when we make solfege, we're going to need a total of 8 colors and a total of 8 boxes, these 8 segments filled. Okay. So 8. I'm gonna try it here. So just so you know, when the first note on solfege is going to be red. All right. And as you go up, each stack is a different level of solfege. So the first one is do, re, orange, mi, yellow, fa, kind of like a something kind of green, a light green. Sol is like a teal, like a dark teal. La, it's almost like a purple blue. La. Ti, pink is T, and then the last one, do. All right. So if you wanted to write solfege in Chrome Music Lab, go ahead and try it if you haven't already. It should look like this at the beginning. All right. Now remember, that's one instrument. So the objective was to do it with 3 different instruments. So this is just one instrument. I'm going to play this for you. You can listen to it just so you hear how it's supposed to sound. All right. And that's essentially exactly what we just sang. All right. It should only, again, have 8 colors. You should not have 2 colors next to each other. All right. So it shouldn't be orange. It shouldn't be red, orange right here. That is wrong. All right. Red, skip 1. Orange, skip 1. Yellow, skip 1. Once you have figured that out, if you haven't, go ahead and go back to do this. Make sure your SongMaker looks exactly like this. I'm going to keep that there, and then I'm going to change my instrument to piano. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing over here. I'm going to move this guy over here. We're going to do the exact same thing over here, just with a different instrument. Okay, so again, you have to start. We could go up here. We might not have enough space. We'll save that. All right, we're going to go back down to the bottom one. All right, so again, we're going to make 8 different beats, 2 measures of music. So we have 4 of these segments. That equals 1 measure. I wish they would have made it a little more easy to tell. Maybe there's a way to do that. 4 different segments, that's 1 measure. And we're making 2 measures of music. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different colors. All right, here we go again. So we know do is red. We're going to start with red at the very bottom. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay. Awesome job. So I'm going to play both of these. It should sound just like this. Awesome. And then for some, I guess now that I chose piano, it's going to stay piano. and then keep it strings. So we're going to write it one more time with strings this time. Okay, one more time. Let's go ahead and restart. And actually, let's do it backwards this time. Okay, so we're going to start from do and then go down. So we're going to go backwards. And let's do it from the top over here. All right. So I'm going to start with the top. So our top over here is pink. We can't use pink. We can't use pink to start. We have to use red to start. So we're going to do. It's a little tricky. But then we'll go here, T, La. So T is pink. La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. All right, as you can see, it doesn't reach up here. The final red doesn't reach on the screen, so we have to use this one down here. But red is always do, and we always start on do, so that's fine to start with the red. All right, we can do multiple reds if we want. Here is how it sounds backwards. Yours could look like this if you wanted to. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Sorry about that. Messed up a little bit. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. All right, it's how it should sound. Cool. So that is how we're going to write solfege. Practice that as much as you'd like to get it down. And if you have it, feel free to press play on that. And if it sounds right, then you can move on. Okay. Our next spot we're going to do, try to create a vocal warm-up in Chrome Music Lab. Okay. So we're going to try to create a vocal warm-up. We'll transition here. I actually want to try to sing Solfege. Okay. So now this is picking up our voice. You can see that the little red thing is working here. If it asks you to use record, go ahead and allow that. But I'm going to try to sing solfege into this. Now, this is hard to get the notes right. All right, I'm going to use the piano for a little help. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. All right, so the instrument won't pick your voice up, or the recorder won't pick the right note up unless you are singing the right note. So go ahead and try to sing until it hits the right note. You saw that I just kind of did it there. This is what it sounds like. And it's very cool that you can sing in here and it records you. All right, so we will try to utilize that as much as we can. I'm going to restart this, and then I'm going to show you again exactly how to do it. All right, I'm going to press record down. I'm going to press mic down here. All right, and then I'm going to start singing. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And if you get closer to the computer, it sounds a little better. Here it is. Awesome job. Hopefully this is going well for you all. Go ahead and restart this. All right, now we're going to try just real quick, something quick to get this video done with. We're going to, after you have used 3 instruments, try to sing do-do-do. Good, we just did that. And now we're going to try to create a vocal warm-up in here. All right, so this is the last thing we're going to do, last activity. Let's go ahead and use strings for this one. So when I say vocal warm-up, I want to create basically in this. Count together how many notes that is with our finger. So we're going to sing and move our finger every time we say la. Try it with me. I'll give you an example. La, 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 la. I have 8 different times I said la. We'll do it one more time. Count and sing with me with your fingers. 1, 2, on la, go. La, 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 la. Sorry, that time I did it was 9. So we end with the final beat on the 9th beat. Okay, so if we have 8 beats, we just did this, and there are 4 beats in one measure. We need to figure out how to be able to fit 8 beats, so we need to have 2 measures. 4 times 2 is 8. All right, la, 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 and then we'll end with the 9th beat, la. All right, so we're going to try to make that. Um, when we sing that, it actually goes up to sol, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. So we don't have to worry about la, ti, do. So when we write this, we're going to write do, re, mi, fa, sol, and then go back down. So let's try it. We have do, which is red, the bottom one. Do. We know re is the second one, the orange one. And we're not keeping any beats next to it. We're just doing one sound per beat. Do, re. Our next one's yellow. Mi, fa, sol, la, 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 la. And then we go back down. La, 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 la. I'm going to play it for you. And then if I sped it up, it would sound exactly like you guys know it. All right, so I want you guys to try to make that beat. You can pause the video, try to make that on your own. I'm going to move on for the sake of the time. Okay. Our next one, I'm going to restart this. Let's try Mama Made Me Mash. This one will be actually kind of hard. Let's try Hey Ya. Let's try Hey Ya. Hey Ya. Mama Made Me Mash. We'll try that a different time. Hey Ya. So hey, we start on do. I'm going to give you the solfege of Hey Ya. Do, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, sol, fa, mi, re, do. All right. So we start on do. We know do. We go with red. Do. And then our so would be not re. We can go like this and just delete it. And we know this one. So that one sounds do, so, fa, mi, re, do, so, fa, mi, re, do. And this is a little tricky. We're actually going to have to write two notes together. So we're going to do this for the first time. When it's together, that means that it's eighth notes or TT. For those of you that remember, we'll go about this more as we go on. This will be the last thing we do, just for the sake of the video, and then we'll continue to more with Chrome Music Lab as the weeks go. Okay, so we have do, so on beats 1, 2, and then the third beat is when we start fa, mi, re, do on the second half of it. And this one actually is only one measure. All right, so do, so, fa, mi, re, do. We don't have as many beats in this one, so we're not going to be able to use two measures. Here's how it sounds at 120. So if you have this written in, you have just written our Hey Ya into Chrome Music Lab. Okay. If you haven't, go ahead and try to model your screen exactly like this, and then we will go forward with the lesson. Okay. Now I'm going to just do a quick attempt here at saving it. All right. We're going to stop the video here and then continue with SongMaker next week. But I wanted to see what the save feature was like. So we're going to click save. And your song is linked at this link. So we copy link and see what happens. Just for you all. We copy link. We press enter. And then it takes us to the song that I believe we just made. Yeah, so it just basically takes us to a pre-saved version of that. And you can also download it right here if we ever wanted to download it. All right, so when we get to eventually a point where we're making our music, I'm going to have you guys send me this link and show me a song that you made. For now, I'm going to stop the lesson. Go here and we see that it says end of Nearpod. So yeah, we're going to stop the lesson now. Great work in that. Thank you for keeping up with it. Feel free to play in Chrome Music Lab as much as you want. We are going to work a little more in this next week. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it, and hopefully we can do a little bit more with this as we continue our work. All right. Have an awesome weekend, you guys. I hope to see you all so soon. Enjoy your time off.